We all have those foods we eat that just take you to a place of whether it's mashed potatoes or fried chicken or ice cream, or some people maybe celery. Who knows? People are weird like that. Don't be the celery person. But that is what we're talking about today with video games, because we all have our games that take us to a place where we're younger, at a simpler time in our life, or just puts you in a better mood. And that is what this week's list is all about. As always, you know this is a very personal list to me, so I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Let me know your comfort games down below. And of course, this channel is built around retro and nostalgia, but I have a brand new channel that's built around today's gaming news and entertainment news called Craig Talks News, which I encourage you to subscribe to as well. There's a link in the description and down in the pinned comment. Now with that said, hey, I'm Stuttering Craig, and this is my top 10 comfort games in video games.
Number 10.
I would like to thank the guy who said, hey, your top 10 numbers are really loud. So I adjusted them this week. So there you go, buddy. If you like top 10 numbers that don't blow out your eardrums, leave a thumbs up on this video. I'd really appreciate it. All right, so let's talk about my number 10. When I think of comfort foods, I think of foods that I can eat unlimited from, or at least feel like I can. And that's the same with video games. And this game in particular is one that I can always play through at any time and feel good about myself as a video game player. And mainly because a lot of people think this game is extremely hard. But for me, I don't know. It's never really been that hard. Mainly because I know the cheat code. But this game is one of many in a series. But for me, while it may not be the best game in the series, it is number one in my heart of love and comfort food. We're talking about Mega Man 2 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Not the Sega Genesis. A phenomenal, fun game with an amazing intro that leads you into just absolute bliss. And every time you see this intro, it takes you to a wonderful place where you go, it's time to battle. The intro is great, which is awesome. And by the way, at no point will I ever skip this. Now you may be asking yourself, what cheat code? What's the cheat code? Well, friends, the cheat code is beating Metal Man and using him the rest of the game. The most overpowered power-up in the history of video games. The Metal Man Metal Blade is the cheat code when it comes to Mega Man. Absolutely. That is how I know the cheat code. But this guy who was playing for Nintendo Complete, once again, thank you so much for the gameplay, Nintendo Complete, is actually very, very good. Look, they worked this out and they got him on the other side. This is pretty good. Beating Windman or Airman with the little P-Buster, quite an accomplishment. But I really love this game for, obviously the level design is super fun. The music is just spectacular for 1988, whenever this game came out. I love that you felt like you were taking part of something that was bigger than you. And I felt that way. And Mega Man hadn't become a crazy trope at this point. To where it's like, oh, Dr. Wily's going to get there. At this point, you got to remember, Dr. Wily is still relatively new. He had just come back for revenge. So number 2 made sense. It made sense for Dr. Wily to come back. And have you seen all the songs that have just been absolutely ripped from American pop culture to be placed in this game? I mean, it's crazy how much this game just stole from American pop culture. It's ridiculous. But I'll say this. I remember reading about this game in Nintendo Power, and I remember seeing there was a chart that showed what weapon did what against what robot master. And that always stuck with me. And that made Nintendo Power an even better resource for me. And that's where I learned that you could use Heat Man to totally decimate Woodman. That sorry sack of crap. But man, oh man, it's awesome. I love this game so much. It's so much fun. And I could sit back and play this game and beat it in like 53 minutes like this playthrough and feel really great about myself. And I gotta be honest, I don't really have anything else to say other than the Metal Blade is the best thing ever.
Number 9.
Now, I could start off talking about what a great game this is, or I could just give you the audio and let you know that the next game on my list is awesome. It's NVC2 with a million characters to choose from. It came out with an HD remaster later on for the Xbox 360 and it's the best. Is this my team of characters? No, but it doesn't matter because you can play with anybody and it's so much fun and there's 7,000 characters to choose from and that's what makes it fun. The replayability is endless until you run into one of those sons of bitches who can just destroy you and put you in an infinite combo. But you know how much time I spent trying to learn an infinite combo in this game? Forever. I had it on the Dreamcast. I played it in the arcade. I owned it for the 360. I bought this game so many times. I don't even know. I don't know. Did I buy it for the Dreamcast? Maybe I downloaded it and ripped it on a CD. But it is so much fun. Like, you got Spider-Man here fighting against Thanos and Amingo. I didn't even know who Thanos was at this point. Thanos is just a dude. I don't know who half these characters are. You can play as Tron Bonne, and like Zangief. Like, what is even happening in this game? It's the coolest thing in the world. It is literally limitless. I could put this game on and just play. And you know what makes this the ultimate comfort food? I'll tell you what the comfort video game is that I remember having this on the Dreamcast and playing through this game so many stinking times and trying to find a way to just max out the score as high as I possibly could. Let me tell you the team I used for all you score hunters out there. Sentinel, Juggernaut, Cable. The cheapest team, the most efficient way to get perfects on the computer. Start with Cable, throw out your assist from Juggernaut, throw out your assist from Sentinel, and you got yourself a zillion, quadrillion points. Quote me on that. It's the best. Now, you knew that a Mario game or two would be on my list, and it's a very natural progression, but which ones will it be? Because you guys know I love Mario, and so why would it not be one of the best Mario games ever made? I'm talking about the game that really set the standard when it came to Nintendo product placement in a movie. Super Mario Brothers 3! There it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's so much fun. I love everything about this game. Yes, you're going to get all the good stuff. Bam, right there, Mario 3. It's something that you can just sit down and play almost mindlessly because I played through it so many times. And you get the warp whistles, you go through, and you get to level 8, and you know all the secrets. At least I know all the secrets. Right now, I know that we're on world 1-3 or 1-4, and I got to collect all the coins. How many coins is it? I don't know. You collect them all. But you collect them all, then you can get the white ship. Do you know about the white ship? If you don't know about the white ship, what are we even talking about? But this player's doing a great job. Once again, thanks to Nintendo Complete for the gameplay here. Get all of the coins. You got, like, when you're a true Mario master, like me, you know where all the coins are. What a term, the Mario master. Now I'm really excited. I just want to see if this guy gets the white ship because he's well on his way. Let's see. This is very, very exciting for me. Oh man, come on, let's see. Yes, there it is. I thought it was a white ship. The White House, and with the end card laying at the same time. Which do we get? We get the end card, and we're going to get the white ship. How amazing is that? Did you know about it? Man. And don't get me started about the All-Star version. No, the All-Star version is less superior than the original NES. Yes, it looks a little bit better. But I am a hard ass when it comes to the controls of the original Super Mario Brothers because there's some sort of like glitch in it where you jump higher than the break on the box. By the way, this guy's going to just roll through this. But look, and that has absolutely tainted my vision of Super Mario Brothers 3. I know that it's an entirely separate game. I get it. But you know what? I'm callous like that. I'm petty, and that's fine. That's fine. You're going to go through and beat Morton. Can we get up for the levels? Like, golly, this music is... let's take a second, listen to this music. It's not just... Nope, we're going back. We got to listen to this. It's so good. This is the best, like... To me, this is the best water music in video games. And I know that may sound like a really silly top 10, but I'm bringing it back. That's it. This is the... don't even start. Don't even start with me. This is the #1 music in video games when it comes to water level music. I don't know. It's just weird for me. I love it. But I can play through this game. Everybody has their way to get through it. I use the 2 warp whistles. You can beat this game in like 13 minutes. If you really know what you're doing. And it's just... fun. And that's what makes this game special. You have a zillion suits, a zillion power-ups. It set the standard for power-ups. Even your little frog bouncing around, getting a little mushroom. And then guess what? You become a Tanuki. And then you go over here and you're busting people on World 1-4. Man, World 4-1 may be the ultimate comfort level comfort food level game into all of gaming history. I mean, I don't know. That's the next top 10. Top 10 comfort level foods in video game history.
Number 7.
Once again, staying with the Nintendo world because I'm just a Nintendo freak. I love Mario Kart. I love everything about Mario Kart. The Mario Kart games are so much fun. There's been so many good Mario Kart games that I gotta be honest, it's hard to put them in a list. There's little things about each Mario Kart game that I love. I love Super Mario Kart. I love battle mode on Super Mario Kart. But if I'm just getting down to play Mario Kart, you can't get much better than the brand new entry in the title that is now 8 years old. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Let's go. This game is so much fun. It involves so much skill. And when you play with people that are much better than you, boy, do you know it. And now with the new DLC, you can continue to play over and over and over again. Yes, I'm a shill for this game. Yes, I love it. Yes, it's available on the Switch. You can play it as a handheld game. You can play it on your TV. And I can play it with my daughters, and it makes it even more comfort gaming food for me. It's just nom, 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 nom. And you got all these wonderful characters like this little son of a gun. Look at how cute he is, his little baby Luigi. He's facing against, going off against Link, and we got Lemmy up there and all the fun Mario characters. And you know what, on top of this being like incredibly skilled game, if you want it to be, it looks beautiful. Do you know this is like, I think it's the number 1 or number 2 sold Switch game? It's insane. And you know what? When you think of just pure, straight video games that are just about fun, this may be one of the top of all time. This is so much fun every time you play it. Whether you're super skilled or whether you're just an average Joe like me, you can go in, you can customize your games now with free DLC and go in and have an awesome time every single time you play. Because guess what? The lightning bolt's still there, the blue shell's still there, and you got these amazing courses to play on. Every time you play it, it's fun. And whether you're playing against pros or you're playing against me, every single time.
Number 6.
In the world of comfort, there's nothing better than a good old-fashioned beat-em-up. And there's a lot of beat-em-ups to go through and play. And for me, they always squarely return to the 90s. There's a lot of phenomenal beat-em-ups nowadays. But you know what? I don't really care about those, and those aren't really comfort food games to me, which is why I'm going to go squarely to this one and our friends at Konami. You know it, you hear it, you love it. I'm not talking about the arcade version. I'm talking strictly about the Super Nintendo version of TMNT 4 Turtles in Time. Look, get over it. I know people like the arcade game, but for me, the Super Nintendo version is superior. I love it. I know that it sounds crazy, but I feel like I can control my characters way better than I can in the Super Nintendo version than the arcade version. It doesn't look as good, no, but this to me brings me back to when I was 10, 11, 12 years old and playing through this with Mike Savinsky, playing on a couch in my little house, in his house, going back and forth. We'd take games, go and bring them back and forth. He would play one player, I would play the other, and we would do our best to have ultimate score mode and try to throw as many foot soldiers we can towards the screen, because guess what? Those are worth 3 points. And beating them with just a regular attack is worth 1. And doing that is worth 2 points. I know these things because I played this game so much. And it felt just like the arcade. But to me, it was better. It felt better. And the music's good. It's Konami, quite possibly at its absolute best. Its absolute 16-bit best. You fight all sorts of amazing bosses like here with Metalhead or M-Head as you go through. And you got fun little tidbits like Toka and Razar going through. And then, of course, as you get to the very tail end and you fight the big boss himself, Super Shredder. My lord. This guy, by the way, outstanding at this game with almost 1,200 points. Pretty good stuff. This guy's pretty good at beating up on Super Shredder. This is one of those freaky guys who knows everything about the game. Really, really good. This guy's way better than I ever will be at this game. But I'll always have the memories, and that's what this list is all about.
Number 5.
We continue on with number 5 on my list, staying in the Super Nintendo era, staying with our friends at Konami. You know it, staying with a game that I can play once a year, and I pretty much do every single year on stream. Oh my gosh, just the intro of this sends shivers down my spine. It's total enjoyment every time I play it. We are talking about the absolute greatness that is Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. Good Lord, can I play through this game at any time? For some reason, people think this game is overrated. I say you're an idiot if you think this game is overrated. I don't understand. I've seen people talk about how they think this game is overrated. You just clearly don't understand. But this game to me is the quintessential Super Nintendo game. And if you guys haven't figured it out, the Super Nintendo is my comfort gaming system. I can always go back, pick up this little joystick and this little Super Nintendo Mini I have and play any of the games on it and feel good about it. But this one in particular, this game just takes me to another place of happiness, which is ironic because the game is all about sadness and darkness and Dracula. But I swear to God, every time I play this game, I marvel at the horns, the sound that you hear in your ears right now. I marvel at the little whippity-whip thing that goes on, and it's so stupid. But it takes me back to a time, a simpler time, where I would totally be ecstatic about whipping your whip around like that. And can you do crazy things in video games now? Yes. Are there other games that destroy this video game in terms of its depth? 100%. But for me, I can sit down and feel good for 2 hours anytime I play this and marvel at it, just like I was a kid. This is perfect comfort gaming for me.
Number 4.
Very simply, an average platformer with spectacular graphics made by Rare on the Super Nintendo. You know where we're going with this one. You hear the intro. We're pulling it up right now. The return of Donkey Kong. Listen, when I can roll through the first level of this game like it's nothing. Would you like to know how? Because there was a little tournament back in the day on Donkey Kong Country at Blockbuster where I competed, I trained, I learned everything. It was esports before esports was esports. It was video game competitions, man. And this is a game that I took seriously. And I played through so hard, and I learned all the shortcuts going through. I learned where Rambi was. I learned that you can go atop the rooftops. I learned about Diddy. I learned the shortcuts to go in, rolling off the top, and all sorts of the fun stuff. No bouncing on the ground. I learned about how you can use Diddy to get across this a lot faster, a lot cheaper, a lot more efficient. So much fun. And people talk about, like, if you really go through and you play through this game, you're like, it's just kind of like an average platformer. Look, I don't really care. I don't really care if you think it's an average platformer. To me, this game is quintessential Super Nintendo, quintessential fun. And I want to pull up one of my favorite levels right now. This level right here. Can we talk about the beauty? I think this is called orangutan something. But this, look at the sun in the background. The sunset to me always resonated with me. Always. It's such a beautiful color palette in the background, going from that dark purple to that yellow. I marvel at this game. I still think this game is beautiful. And I don't know. I know people love DKC 2. For me, this is like as good as it gets. I mean, it's so much fun. What an amazing secret this guy found. He's gonna spell out Winky. Okay, sounds good. And can we not just talk about the very, very end, the very, very tail end of the game where you're fighting King K. Rool? I know that I'm going a little bit longer on this one, but the fight against King K. Rool, especially with the music's great, right? But the fake out where you beat him and then he dies, then he comes back to life. Sorry, spoilers. If you haven't played this game in 30 years, whatever. But it's so good. It's so good.
Number 3.
All right, so number 3 on my list as we dig into the modern era of video games, I love a good game that I can sit down and play and be done with in 15 minutes. Look, I'm 41 years old. I got 2 kids, a wife, mortgage, and 2 dogs, all right? Yeah, I'm flexing right now so hard. The biggest flex is I don't have time to play video games right now. I love video games, but I don't have time to play them. So any game that I can sit down and play for 15 to 20 minutes is amazing to me. And that is what I have every time I play my favorite Battle Royale game, which is also free to play, which I play all the time. It's called Apex Legends, friends. And if you've never played it, you're missing out. This is the original trailer for Apex Legends. We are now on like season 15. For those of you who loved the, this is built entirely on that stupid game that everybody liked with the mechs. I don't even remember what it's called because I'm blanking right now because I should remember, but I don't remember. Just let me know in the comments. But I love Apex. The reason why I love Apex, and I wanted to show this initial trailer, was Titanfall. Yes, I'm sorry. This is based on Titanfall. The reason why I love this is you play in teams of 3. So you have a squad, and each member of your squad has different abilities which do different things. One is a healer. One is one goes in and hunt is a tracker. One is all about brute force, and you can do all these amazing things. And watching this is actually really amazing to see how this game has progressed. This is season 1 right here, and it's like moving so slow. But I've been playing this since this game came out, and I've been playing it for 3 years, and it's probably the game that I spent the most time playing a free-to-play game. Now, they've advanced so much to where we're now looking at the insanity of like a big old story and new maps, and they've added, 20 new characters. Like, this is the latest character, and they all have backstories, and they all talk to each other. And let's not forget, it revolutionized the way you play battle royales. The way that you would ping places on the map that has been taken by Fortnite, taken by Battlegrounds, taken by every single Battle Royale game that you play. This game literally changed Battle Royales. It made communication so much easier. And I love this game. I could play Apex. If I could play Apex for a living, I would play Apex for a living. Now, I'm not good enough to play Apex for a living, but if I love the game so much, I could play it for 8 hours at a time. But I only have like 15, 20 minutes. So that's why I love it. It's like, it's the total, like, it's not just comfort food. It's junk food. And I have a million cavities from playing this game.
Number 2.
Spoiler, it's the game behind me. It's NBA Jam. Sorry, suckers, you know it. I actually have it in my background. We're going to show it here. But I love the arcade version of NBA Jam. It's so much fun. Oh my God, it's the best. I love the announcer. It's Tim Kitzrow. I love the secrets you can have while putting in your different initials. I love the power-ups on the screen. I love going in and being able to select teams that don't even exist, like the Seattle Supersonics. I remember seeing this game as a kid. I love that you play the Dallas Mavericks as the first team because they suck so bad. I love that Mike Isolino is playing in the game. But the only reason why Mike Isolino is in the game in the first place was just because he had a good game on the day that Mark Turmel looked at the stats in the paper, and he just happened to have a good game because he wasn't the second best player on the Mavericks. He sucked at that time. He just happened to have a good game. There's so much that I love about this game. It's the monster dunks. I love that this game isn't about the dunks at all. You win the game by playing defense and shooting threes. That's how you win at NBA Jam. But I also love that you can shatter backboards. And I love that Michael Jordan's not in it. I love that you can play as Shaquille O'Neal in early versions, but he got taken out. I love that I can sit down and play this game and feel good about myself every single time and feel like I'm having an awesome adventure and playing and doing superhuman things every single time I play it. Every single time. I love that Pippin does reverse jams that I only wish I could do, and they're the most basic bear bitch type of jams that you could do. I love it. I love that you can turbo mode. I love that this game just created this has reinvented the sports arcade genre. I love it every time I play this game. It's a close game. Every single time. It's called rubber banding, folks. Rubber banding, and Midway invented it. and they stole so much of your money doing it. NBA Jam feels like a warm blanket even when I'm getting insulted by Tim Kitzrow for missing shots.
Number 1.
I told you that there was going to be at least one Mario game, or did I say 2? I did say 2. Let's go! Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. It's supreme in every way, shape, and form. Look, this is kind of a weird gameplay video of it because it's like widescreen and stuff. But Super Mario World is a game that I do play at any time when having no reason to play it. Just because I want to play it. And you know what? I can play it anytime I want. Anytime, it's so much good. I love the fact that you can go and you can fly and you can get the cape and you can eat all these guys and you can look like a stud doing it. It's so good. You remember the first time you got the cape and how amazing you felt? Oh my gosh. Running super fast, getting those mushrooms, going in secret pipes, having to fight charge and chucks as you're making your way through, laying it on Yoshi just perfect, and you get entire memes out of just decimating Yoshi and throwing him into empty pits. I mean, come on. That's just not the most fun thing in the world. You got these guys making walls of death coming at you and then finding keys by jumping off Yoshi, or if you're really good like me, flying up by yourself. This guy's an absolute idiot right here. He's not even going to get the secret exit. What an idiot. What an idiot. But I'll tell you what, when you did find secrets, didn't it just not feel absolutely amazing? The wonderful levels. So much fun playing through. The music is just great. And yeah, it doesn't have nearly the amount of power-ups that you see in Super Mario Bros. 3. But it's bright, it's colorful, it's fun, and it's just, for me, sends me to a happy place. I've told the story before, but I'm going to tell you again. 4th grade. I'm in 4th grade. Younger than no, 5th grade, I'm sorry. 5th grade, same age as my daughter is now. Melissa Wainscott says she owns a Super Nintendo. I don't believe Melissa Wainscott. Where's Melissa Wainscott now? I don't even know. I don't believe her. I make her bring in an instruction booklet showing that she has the Super Nintendo because I didn't believe her. I simply didn't believe her. And you know what? She brought in the Super Mario World instruction booklet. And you know what I did? I cased that son of a bitch. I opened that thing up. I went through it. I learned everything there was to know about the game that I would soon love, adore, and put me in a happy place every single time I play it. This game is it's not just video game comfort food. I mean, this is just video game royalty. It's the best thing. It's just the best. So much fun. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that video was comfort food for you. So once again, head down to the comments and let me know your comfort food games. I legitimately would love to hear why they're your comfort games. Tell me a story down below. Get a conversation going. And of course, subscribe to my channel right here for weekly top 10s and more nostalgia-based content. If you want more of me, you can see me 1 to 3 times a day over on Craig Talks News. It's that bright green logo on your screen right now. Click it and go over there, subscribe, and I'll see you guys there. Thanks.